What's up, everybody? How you doing? Alex here with a album review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Yumi Zouma's debut self-titled EP, Yumi Zouma. This album is great in my opinion. As you see, I have the vinyl record here. Ordered it offline earlier last year. I wanted to review this because this is a band that people may or may not know about, kind of small scale. They do tour around the world, but they aren't very mainstream or well known as some other bands are. I just wanted to take the time out to talk about this album. It's only 4 songs, it's an EP, and I think it's really great. So let's just start it off with a little brief history of Yumi Zouma. Yumi Zouma's music is kind of hard to put your finger on. It's strangely good, but what's even more interesting is how they came to make their music. Band members Charlie Ryder, Josh Burgess, and Kim Flom used to live together in a house in Christchurch, New Zealand. But after that house was destroyed by an earthquake in 2011, they moved apart from each other, but still kept a solid bond. Despite their separation, their strong connection would allow them to make music together from 3 different parts of the world. Charlie, who lives in France, Josh in New York, and Kim, who still resides in New Zealand. They do this by emailing each other recorded audio ideas, and they build the songs back and forth via Dropbox until a complete idea is formed. The tracks are then mixed down and mastered. It really is a great time that we live in that would allow the musicians to compile music together and not stifle their creative connection despite them living literally in separate regions. Just go ahead and listen to the music for yourself. You'd never know that they were ever apart from each other. Now that we learned a little bit more about Yumi Zouma, let's go ahead and talk about the album, starting with track 1, A Long Walk Home for Parted Lovers. A Long Walk Home for Parted Lovers is actually the first song I've heard by Yumi Zouma. A link popped up on my news feed on the old Facebook there, and it had a picture of a pretty girl, and it had a link to a song, so I listened to it, and to my surprise, I found very interesting music. Now this song starts with kind of like an 80s drum machine sound, very soft 80s synth pop vibe is what I got from it. Also very pleasant female vocals. Kim's voice is just great. It also has a little bit of a fun cadence to it, like not really a rap, but kind of playing around with rhythm and cadence on the melody. A very simple, funky guitar plucks, in the song, and really cool ambient synth pattern. I mean, it's not the best song in the album, but it definitely is a joy to listen to, especially if you've never heard this band before. Okay, now that is a song I really enjoy, but up next is a song I truly, truly adore. Salka Gets Her Hopes Up.
I'll catch you if you're falling.
Now this is probably my favorite song on the album. The song just rocks. A super funky bass line right in the beginning to start you off. It has really pretty delays on the snare, little claps on there, super catchy vocal melodies. The best chorus on the album, I think, next to The Bray, kind of a close competition, but I do like this song the best. There's a big synth punch in the chorus, and the bass has these really cool holdouts there. Really well put together song. I love the vocals, and the track production really does play with your ears. Easily my favorite track on the album. Alright, so now we're going to flip the record over and take a listen to side B. And what an awesome way to start it off with none other than, I guess you can call it their hit single from the album, The Bray. I would describe this song as a dreamscape, an ambient ride, running bass line, steady climbing pre-chorus. It really makes you want to dance. I think that if there was a dance song on this album, it's this one for sure. Chorus is very big and heartfelt. Very big and heartfelt chorus. As I said earlier, it kind of matches up to the Salka Gets Her Hopes Up chorus, but I just like the other song better, but this is truly a great song as well. Kind of hard to pick between the two. I like how after the chorus it drops back into a softer verse, and it does it flawlessly. The dynamics in this song are just perfect. And as the rest of the album is very uplifting, I would say that this is the most uplifting song here. Very, very well-made song. Alright, now last but not least, the last track on the album is entitled Raquel. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but here it is. Now, this used to be my least favorite song on the album, but the more I listen to it, the more I appreciate it. Now, this song's production is just in your face. It has this kind of distorted synth that rides on top of the vocals, almost compressing them down, like the synth kind of overpowers them, but you can still hear the vocals very clearly. It's a really cool sound. It has the twangiest guitar on the album, I would say. Good chugs and licks, kind of steady pace the whole song. It kind of seems like a slow, not a slow build, but it kind of seems like the song is building up towards something, but never actually really reaches that high point. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a very good song in the way that it's produced and written. My favorite part is the melody of the chorus, though. Very, very soothing voice, as always. Kim's voice is very soothing, but in this song in particular, it stands out. So that is Raquelme, I don't even know. And perhaps the world may never know. Alright, well that's it for my review of Yumi Zouma's debut self-titled EP, Yumi Zouma. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel as well. We'd love your support. We're going to be having a lot of things coming up, Let's Plays for games, movie reviews, more album reviews, just random things that we decide just to put on this channel. Just a lot of content coming your way. So go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.